morning. We're out here again. We've got a bunch of cameras on that tree. We've got the CCTV camera there, and he's facing up into the bush. There's another camera there. Most importantly, the CCTV camera is facing up to there, so we can sort of replicate the last one we had facing the side of the hill. I reckon that's probably the most likely place. Anyway, we'll set the recorder. There's the audio recorder, and we're just on a bit of a peninsula, so the creek is down there, but it also runs all the way around the outside, all the way up to the point of the peninsula, and then back down into here where I've got the cameras. So should be a good spot, all round spot. Anyway, we'll see what happens.
There was activity here every night, but way too much to show you everything, so I'll just show you the good stuff. Something came in to inspect the audio recorder on the first night, but there was a short communication of mouth clicking between two subjects before anything happened. In the audio you're about to hear, there's sniffing, tampering and grunting. Now I've recorded pigs before and it ain't no pig. Here's the grunting on its own. We also collected two interesting sequences of the plot watchers. I'm pretty sure this one is what we're looking for, but it's only there for one shot. I had a plot watcher facing the most unlikely area just for insurance and picked up something hiding and moving behind the vines at close range. The only photo that shows any detail is the first one, and what I saw when I zoomed in was pretty surprising. Now some of you might be saying pareidolia, and if this was a random photo I'd have to agree with you, but this subject is clearly here 1 minute, then gone the next in the photographic sequence, which means it's moving. I can see brow ridges, eyes, nose, cheeks, mouth and a chest protruding from behind the bushes. I'm pretty sure that's one of them. Now, after a long period of getting barely anything on the plot watchers, we now seem to be getting these dark moving figures sort of every second week, and I'm betting my ass that that's them. They appear once, briefly in the entire week, but there's a huge problem. The plot watchers just aren't good enough to get a close view. So I've been doing an awful lot of thinking to come up with a solution. I'm calling it the weapon, and it's going to get us between 70 and 80% closer.
Okay, here we go again. The weapon, and it really is a weapon, man. This thing's really good now. That's ready, and that is facing, let's try and find the place, up into there. See that little gap with the log lying on the ground? That's where it's facing, and we've actually got a picture just as good as that, or pretty close to that. It's actually just as powerful. That's where that's facing. There's the audio recorder. He's just generally facing the gully. I'm not completely happy with it out here. It's too open. So it's difficult to find somewhere to put the cameras. I would much rather the thicker stuff. Anyway, we've got to have a look at this place. So let's see how we go.
We collected 4 knocking, banging noises during the entire week. They might be something, they might be nothing. The audio recorder was tampered with on 3 separate nights. Here's the interesting one. On the 4th night, something came in and tampered with the recorder again, but hung around for about 30 minutes before doing so. While it was hanging around, it was making a worried or distressed vocalization. I'm very happy with the telescopic plot watcher, and we got something which appears to be peeking from behind a tree. Again, it can't be pareidolia because it's moving, and no Australian animal moves in this way. Now, when I first saw this, I couldn't make out what it was until I had a closer look. Now, this is what I'm seeing, and it's not necessarily what you're seeing. I'm seeing eyebrows, eyes, snout, and nostrils. Obviously, it's not a great photo, but what gets me is in the second photo, the eyebrows rise. And you can clearly see what looks very much like nostrils. I'm pretty sure this is another one of them, but a different type, although it's up to you to make up your own mind.
Here we go again. There's the weapon and the CCTV camera. And they are both facing to that area there. Okay, there's the audio recorder. He's just facing towards the gully. It's very thick down in towards that way. And when I got to this point here this morning, 20 minutes ago, there was heavy running that way. It was about here, and then it just started running that way, whatever it was, and then not long after, very heavy stomping. That's the creek down there, so yeah, let's just see how things go. This seems to be an active area.
We collected a lot of running on the audio recorder, but only one recording we could put down to being odd. A bunch of birds alarmed by something and then running. You guys can make up your own minds as to what it is. We missed with the telescopic plot watcher, but something came in awful close to the rig. It's there for 50 seconds but stays behind a log and the trees. In the sequence, whatever it is leans to its right, apparently to look at the plot watcher. In the one photo of any interest, I can see an eye, but it might be something else altogether. While reviewing the footage from that morning, I realised that I wasn't covering other areas. I knew straight away I had to make another telescopic plot watcher. I also had no insurance in case we missed, and I had a problem finding a suitable tree to put it all on. I modified one of the plot watchers, tidied up the telescopic CCTV camera, rigged a standard plot watcher to the system, and jammed it all on the tripod.